Have you ever met someone who just draws in so much attention towards themselves without even trying? Not because they're the most beautiful person, not because they're the richest person, or not even because they're the most famous person. Yet somehow everyone wants to be around them. That is social magnetism. It's not a personality trait, it is a skill that you can also bring into your life. Hey guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing great. I'm Zola and welcome back to my YouTube channel. There are so many misconceptions related to social magnetism. Some people think maybe you need to be a lot more extroverted or know the right people. But it's not because of that. Social magnetism is actually about you having the presence, the connection, and the energy. In this video, we will be discussing how you can be socially magnetic. I'm going to break down 10 powerful habits that you guys can inculcate in your life to make people naturally gravitate towards you. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, master the power of presence. Do you guys know what is the most unattractive quality in someone? That is being distracted. Have you been in situations where you guys are talking to someone, but that person is scrolling on their phone? Or you can see that that person is looking somewhere else. And you clearly know that this person is half listening. And they're just saying, yeah, just nodding their head just for the heck of it. Feels terrible, right? Now just think about the opposite. Imagine someone looking into your eyes and being fully present in the conversation that you guys are having. Feels great, right? It's always about how you make someone feel. Nobody is going to remember the words that you told them. They will remember how you made them feel. Imagine while having this great conversation with you, that person makes you feel like you're the most important person in that room. That's so magnetic. You need to try to have conversation with people and make them feel the best. Magnetic people don't just hear whatever somebody is saying. They make the other person feel heard. That is what is important. Magnetic people are not just waiting for their turn to speak or zoning out and pretending to listen. They are fully involved in the conversation. Give people space to talk about whatever they want to talk about. And even when you're talking, take some pauses. When they're telling you something, listen to it, wait for 1 or 2 seconds and then respond. It will actually create an impact on whatever you're saying the next. Also match people's energy. If that person is coming to you excited, you also be excited. If somebody is talking to you about something serious, you also need to be in the serious demeanor. That's how it works. That's when people will feel more connected to you. So next time you're having a conversation with someone, make sure that your phone is upside down. Don't even try to interfere when somebody is talking. Let people finish. Because I have been in situations where I have gone out with people, they won't ask me about me, they won't even talk anything about me, they'll just be talking about themselves. Nobody's interested to talk to someone who just want to talk about themselves. So you should never be that person. Number 2, speak with energy and intention. The way you speak says a lot about you. If at all you're just going to talk in this one monotonous fashion, nobody is going to listen to you because people are going to get bored. There need to be places where you will pause. There need to be places where you will stress on some words. That's the only time people will be entertained, people will be involved in the conversation that you're having. The most charismatic people don't necessarily fill the void by just saying random things. Whatever they say is with intention. They don't simply say things just for the heck of it. Have you noticed that when some politicians or actors are speaking, we're fully immersed in the conversation? It's not because of what they're saying, it's always because of how they are saying whatever they are saying. What you can do is maybe decrease the speed in which you speak. 10% slower, because then it gives you space to wait and then analyze what you have to say the next. Because when you're speaking in this fast pace, you won't even remember what all you have to say. There are some people who are really loud, but it is not necessary that everybody will listen to that person just because that person is loud. But if you're speaking with intention and if you're speaking with pauses in between, that's when people will be more drawn to you and they will listen to whatever you're saying. If you want to take a step further, what you can do is you can actually record yourself talking and then listen to it. And you'll be able to realize where you need to improve, how you need to speak to people, where do you need to emphasize, and see if you're speaking the way that you want you to speak. Number 3, art of eye contact. When I say that you need to look into somebody else's eyes and speak, it does not mean that you need to stare into their souls and make them feel uncomfortable. That's not the idea. It's just that you should be giving them full attention. I don't know if you guys have heard a lot of people talking about Shah Rukh Khan. They always say like, man, whenever I meet him, I feel so great and he just makes you feel like you're the most important person. That's how you need to make people feel. You need to make people feel like they are seen. When somebody is having a conversation with you and they're not looking into your eyes, somehow it gives us this impression that this person might be insecure about themselves or disinterested in us. That might be the reason they're not even looking at us. You don't want to make anybody feel that way. So the best thing is to look into their eyes. What you can do is, if you feel so uncomfortable looking into somebody else's eyes, you can look here. So they feel comfortable, you also feel comfortable, you're not staring into their souls. Also, you feel good enough that you are giving them the attention that they deserve. You can follow the 50-70 rule. 50% of the time when you are speaking, you can look into their eyes, and 70% of the time that they are speaking, you can look into their eyes. Number 4, make people feel seen. The most magnetic people, they make others feel important. I'm sure you guys might have heard about Shah Rukh Khan and everybody talking about his aura. Everybody says that whenever they meet Shah Rukh Khan, they feel the most important. They feel like they're seen. They feel like the most important person on earth. That's how he makes them feel. It's always about how you make them feel. For that, I want you guys to think about the last time someone made you feel so important. Someone asked you something very minute detail about you and you're like, damn, they remember this about me? That's how you want to make others feel. Let's say you're meeting someone for the second or third time. Ask them about something that they mentioned earlier in the previous conversation. Or if you follow them on social media, ask them about their dog, ask them about their relationship, ask them something meaningful that they remember you for long. And let me tell you something, everybody loves to talk about themselves. So when you give them the space to talk about them, they'll be really happy to answer the questions that you're asking them. Even when you go for social gatherings or something and you meet people, make sure to remember their name. Just put effort into remembering their name. That's when they'll feel important. Another thing that you can do is ask them something meaningful, like instead of just hi, how are you? Ask them, how was your weekend? What are you doing after this event? Ask them something that will lead into different conversation. If you pay attention, you will see how interested people will be when you keep mentioning their name or when you mention something that they have discussed with you earlier. You'll see how their face will light up. That is how you can seem magnetic to others. It's always fake it till you make it. Number 5, playfulness is equal to attraction. Serious energy is heavy. So everybody likes someone who brings light into their life. Somebody who is playful, somebody who is funny, somebody you can have fun with. If you think about it, the time that you might have enjoyed the most might be with people who are the most funniest, or who take situations lightly, or who can even joke about themselves. Playfulness is actually one of the best traits you can have to be magnetic. It doesn't mean that you need to be a comedian, but a bit of wit and humor does make you more charismatic. It actually makes people feel at ease around you. So they will feel like it's so much fun to be around you, and that does make you way more attractive than you already are. Number 6, develop a signature vibe. You need to figure out what is that one trait that you have that actually makes you stand out from the others, and then work on that more. Maybe it's your humor, maybe it's the fact that you're so funny, or maybe it's the fact that you're so warm and generous. Whatever it may be, you need to look into it and work from there. Magnetic people don't blend in. They actually lean towards something that makes them different. Your vibe is what people will remember you for. The way you carry yourself, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you absorb things. So it's always about who you are more than what you should be to be magnetic. And when you enter a room, I want you guys to take a breath and also think, it's not always about, is everyone in the room gonna like me? It can also be, will I like everybody? You need to put yourself on that stand where you feel like you are a big deal. If you think you're a big deal, everybody is also gonna think that you are a big deal. If you don't respect yourself, nobody's going to respect you. How you treat yourself is how people will treat you. People just follow whatever you are showing them. They will just follow your lead. They will talk to you like how you talk to yourself. They will respect you as much as how much you respect yourself. You can either ask your friends what is that one character of yours that they like and then lean towards it. Or you can just sit and analyze, when do you have the most fun? What kind of people do you like? Are you that kind of person? You can just try to self-inflict and see what are the things that you lean towards and who you are. Number 7, the subtle art of mystery. This is something some people don't even realize. When somebody is oversharing or talking about their whole life story in the first 5 minutes of them meeting you, it is a buzzkill. You will actually feel very disinterested in them because they're just talking about them and there is no mystery left behind. You already feel like you already know this person and they're just trying so hard to be your friend. And definitely you don't want to be friends with somebody like that because it gives off this negative vibe where you feel like maybe that person is desperate for attention or desperately want to be your friend. And we don't want to be friends with anybody who's desperate. It genuinely feels like too much too soon. And there is no intrigue or mystery or anything for you to feel like you want to ask them about something. Now just think about someone who just reveals just enough. That is what is captivating because that makes you more curious about that person. The most magnetic people don't just tell you everything about them in one go. They always leave a bit of curiosity in you. There is always mystery that you want to know more about them. If I'm to give just one advice from this video, that would be don't talk about you a lot. Don't talk about everything that you went through. You should be selective about the things that you want to reveal and the things that you don't want to reveal. Always leave the conversation on high note. Don't wait until there is nothing to talk about. Sometimes you hang out with people and there is nothing else to say and you're just saying, and then what else? Then, or just repeating whatever you guys have discussed already. That's not how the conversation should go. The moment you feel, okay, that's enough, just leave. Don't stay anywhere for too long. Nobody appreciates someone who is very available. People do get bored. You need to keep that kind of boundary also in any kind of relationship. If you're always available, nobody's excited to meet you. You need to keep certain boundaries. When, what time would you be free? You need to create that kind of boundary in your life so that people value your time. Because only if you value your time, people will also value your time. Number 8, confidence is contagious. Being confident is the core of social magnetism. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody is going to. Like I said, you are the one that dictate how people should treat you. You are the one that dictate how people should respect you. So you need to be so damn confident that people feel like, yeah, this person is a big deal. This person does deserve that kind of respect. And they will give that to you. I have done a full stretch video on confidence. You guys can check that out. Coming back to the video, confidence is not about being the loudest. It's about being secure in yourself. You might not actually be the most prettiest person. It's about being secure in who you are. Sometimes some people might say, oh my God, you have curly hair, that doesn't look good. But you need to accept that you have curly hair and you're okay with it and you think you look good. It's about what you think of yourself. The way you walk, the way you speak, the way you handle conversation is what shows that you're confident or not. If you're someone who is just standing like this, like, arms closed, not even looking at anybody, having no eye contact with people, then you're actually showing people that you're underconfident. But when you're open and when you're vocal about whatever you're feeling, that's when you show that you're confident. Ever notice that people are more drawn to people who are confident? Because it is magnetic. You might have noticed even at school or at your workplace that there are people who are very confident and everybody always talks to them. Because confidence is contagious. They feel good talking to someone who is confident about themselves. So then you also feel great talking to someone who has that much self-assurance in themselves. Tiny things that you can do to exude confidence is to have a proper posture. Also talk to people with certainty and knowing that you deserve to be in the room that you are in. Let's say you're entering a room and you're so nervous about what people will think. You need to know that you deserve to be in that room. Otherwise, nobody's going to put you in that space. You need to exude confidence from the way you speak, how you walk, how you even interact with people. Before entering a room, you can actually tell yourself that you are the energy that people want to be around. People are blessed to have you around them. That is the mindset that you should be in. Number 9, emotional intelligence equals social power. Social magnetism is not just about how you present yourself. It's also about how much you can read people, how well you can understand people. Let's say you are in a room where it is a serious place. You shouldn't be joking about something random. People who can read social cues also adapt to different energies, and also who makes others feel comfortable are instantly liked by people. When you're having a conversation, you need to focus on what is the body language. If somebody is talking to you like this, leaning outwards, that means they're not interested. But if they're leaning in, that means they're interested in this conversation. They're not bored. That's what you should focus on. If you feel like the other person is not interested in this conversation, maybe change the topic. Or you can leave that conversation. Number 10, give more than you take. The ultimate secret to being socially magnetic is what you give people. It's not always about what I can gain from this conversation. What is in my gain if I become friends with this person? You can also be in this mindset where you're giving, where you're generous, where you feel like, how can I make this person's day better? You can actually give in a compliment and make that person's day. And we should be able to do that. We should be comfortable enough to give people compliments. That's when people will feel like, damn, I love spending time with this girl because she makes me feel so good. Also, they'll remember the compliment that you gave them. Let's say that person was having a bad, horrible day. But now with this one compliment of yours, they're going to have a great day. Because don't you think if somebody is going to come and tell you that you look so pretty on the day that you feel so bad about how you look or how you feel, instantly the mood is changed. Instantly you feel great. Why wouldn't you want others also to feel that way because of you? It needn't always have to be compliments even. Let's say somebody is talking about a topic that you are well versed in. Let's say somebody is starting a business, but you have already started your business and you know a lot about business. Then give those wisdom, give those advices that you can give someone so that you are helping somebody in their journey and you're adding value into their life. Even a positive energy is appreciated. Let's say somebody is doing something exciting, hype them up. If they look good or they are achieving something in their life, hype them up. Let them know how proud you are of whatever they have started, or how proud you are of them getting out of that toxic relationship, because that does make people feel good. That does make people feel seen and valued. Do all this without expecting anything from people. Be kind, be generous without expecting anything in back. And it's not always that person who will give you back. If you're kind to, let's say, this person A, person B is going to be kind to you. Person B is going to compliment you. That's how it works. It's not always the people that we are nice to is going to be nice to us back. It might be somebody else, because you're giving out this energy to the universe that you're generous, you're kind, or you're magnetic, you're being that person. It'll all come back to you. Maybe even 10 times what you gave will come back to you. So what I want you guys to know is, don't shush people. If people want to talk, let them talk. That's when they will also respect you. And then when you reply with whatever you know, that person will be happy to hear your advice or what you want to say about that specific topic, if at all you give space to others to talk about whatever they want to talk about. Next time when somebody talks about something, just listen, absorb, then you say your take. Don't ever shush people like, oh, that's not how it is, I'll tell you what is going on. That's not the vibe. That's not the person that we are trying to even be. Also, there are some people who just keeps on saying good things about themselves. You can feel all the good things that you want to feel about yourself. You can have that kind of confidence. You can think you're pretty and everything. But if you keep saying that to people every time, people will get bored. Also, if you're someone who keeps saying bad things about yourself, people are going to get bored too. They're going to be like, oh my God, yeah, maybe she's not that great. If I keep on saying, oh my god, my life is horrible, I look bad, I look bad. If I say it always, you will also think I look bad. If I'm gonna say I'm too pretty, everybody wants me, then you're gonna look at me like arrogant. So you need to find a balance in whatever you say, however you behave, so that you can be this socially magnetic person. It's very difficult to see that not everybody has social skills even. Definitely not everybody is born with this social magnetism within them, but you can always learn to be socially magnetic and exude positivity and be the person who everyone wants to be around. That's all, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel because I post motivational content every Saturday. You guys can also follow me on my Instagram because that's where I post daily updates on what is going on in my life. Also, I post a lot of story times, makeup tips and tricks, a bit of fashion. Also, I do ask what are topics that I should talk about on my YouTube videos there. So I'm gonna add all my socials down below so you guys can check all of them out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye. Love you.